What's up, YouTube? This is Get Technical, brought to you by Benzinga. I'm your host, Neil Hamilton, Neal, with my buddy, my compatriot, my zany sidekick, producer Aaron Bree. Woo! Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go! We still need to get bow ties, BT dubs.
Oh, we didn't do it yesterday. Totally forgot.
No, we gotta hit Sam's Club today. Is that what you said?
No, baby. No, baby. Hot Sam's is what it's called. Right around the corner from the office. Shout out to Hot Sam's. Got me a jacket that fit my giant biceps. Hard to find.
This episode of Get Technical is brought to you by...
No, we can't do that. We don't do that. We can't do that yet. We're still trying to get that Instant Folger sponsorship.
Oh, yeah.
Someone, we got to keep adding the
Bang.
The Bang Energy CEO. I want to start like a sub like Benzinga and Bang Energy lifestyle brand. Like trading stocks, wearing big colorful tennis shoes, and drinking Bang Energies until you get real uncomfortable mentally. City Messiah here with some love for Kathy Wood. Voozy seems to be rising. We like our stocks to be doing that. Let's get the dang thing going. I just want to start off with a stock pick for everybody. How about that? Theme of today's show is finding good stocks that go up before other stock do.
Before other people do.
Before other people know them. Very simple, guys. This is, I believe, a high type flag. I'm looking at BGFV. Guys, in chat, if you guys know, or in the comment section, pause this video if you're watching the replay. If you know what it takes to qualify a price structure as a high type flag, just drop it in the comment section so others can find it. What you leave behind will help others. All right. Unpause. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Awesome movement on this darn thing. The red and green lines that you see are death crosses and golden crosses. So those are 50-day moving average and 200-day moving average, both simple, crossing above and below each other for buy and sell signals. Sometimes it's kind of noise, and then sometimes you get a golden cross, which is this green line right before a big old rip. Sheesh. But there's something interesting about this big old riff here on Big Five Sports Goods Corporation, is that this thing shot up like a rocket ship and then didn't sell off right away. Normally when you get a big move like that, you guys already know. You get a big move like that, you usually get a big old red candle straight down. And then you got to do some work to get back up. Not the case here. So let's get technical with this thing. I'm going to delete my drawings. That line, just in case you're curious, we are on the daily chart for BGFV. That line, in case you're curious, is the 65 exponential moving average. A great new moving average that I'm using all the time for stocks that are in trend, that have momentum. Got that from Andy Cole, Mighty Soldiers Trades. So let's switch over to the weekly. We're switching to the weekly because a high type flag uses weekly increments to qualify itself. Producer AB, do you remember what the qualifications are here?
Yeah, I mean, so the first thing is you got to see the flag pull, right?
How high does the flagpole have to be in percentage? How many percentage points does it need to go
You
up?
tell me to jump, I say how high.
Hot Sam, brought to you by Hot Sam. Detroit, Michigan. So if within an 8-week period, so that's why we're using the week increments. If within an 8-week period, a stock or any other asset has gone up 100% or more in value, you're setting up a pull for a high type flag. So the first criteria is that 100% move. So let's count back our weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's about as far back as we can go. Let's see if that measures up. And indeed it does. You might have to zoom in to really see that. That's a 116.6% move in 8 weeks. So what I'll do right now is draw a poll.
That poll make you want to go dancing on it, Neil.
You never cease to amaze me. What? Yeah, 65. My man. Changed my life. 65 changed my life. Shout out to Andy Cole, Mighty Soldier Trades, here in the chat. So let's make that poll pink because Aaron seems to really like it. Draw that right here. And then just so you know where you came from, I'm going to draw a dotted line over to where it started, which is the base of this green candle. Boom, we got our poll. What's up? Bring the front. Please bring the front. There we go. Next thing after a 100% move is you want the stock to not drop in value any more than 25%. So let's get our handy dandy ruler tool and see how much it dropped from the height of our poll. The lowest it's gone so far is 14%. We are in high type flag territory. We might have an early breakout too. So you want your breakout to occur within 6 weeks. We got 3 candles here, and we've already got a strong body candle today, well above the height of the pole. So that's our resistance. I'll do that resistance in a nice orange, let you know. There you go. There you go. And let's get our support. Oops. We use a nice comforting blue for our support. That's our flag right there. We are broken out. We are broken out, my friends. Let's set our price target. Since the price move was about 100% up to create the pole, the price target will be about 50% from the breakout point, or from that upper line of resistance. Getting in now, profit potential of about 40%. BGFV, very overbought right now. I would watch it for a little bit of consolidation, maybe a bounce on resistance, and clap that trade. All right, what's good, Michael? What is good, everybody? Yeah.
I feel silly. I had a buddy who tried to give me a little tip on this stock back a few months ago.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily based on technicals. It was more so he was just talking about different guns and ammo play with those sales skyrocketing.
Yep.
And yeah, there's a lot of sporting goods stores that actually have discontinued. Like, I don't think Dick's sells. Well, okay, Dick's.
That's a good point.
Dick's stopped selling guns and ammo, and then now I think due to popular demand, they were like, "Oh wow, we were making a lot of money selling guns and ammo. Maybe we should do that again." So I think they're bringing it back. But like Walmart, I think as well, stopped selling. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on Walmart. I know Dick's did. I think Walmart did. But so BGFV and Academy Sports were two, sporting goods plays that also were gun and ammo plays. But silly old me didn't.
Don't feel silly.
Didn't hop in.
We all go through it. Everyone gives us a pick that we missed out on. That's a story of cryptocurrency for me. I could be a whale right now.
XII is saying Walmart did stop. Yes. All right. So
I call him 13, dude. 13. What do you like to go by? Do you like to be XIII?
I'd call him by his real first name, but I don't want to dox him.
Yeah, we're not doxing 13 today.
No.
He's the hero that we deserve. We're gonna use his preferred alias here, but I want to make sure that we're pronouncing it right. All right, gang. I want to check in. So SXC Not quite in breakout territory yet, but we are watching, guys. I've got my price alert set for that, so I'll let you know as soon as that goes up. All right, give me the tickers. Give me the tickers. What do you got? Okay, 13 wants to go by 13. Knew it. Reminds me of the Final Fantasy VII character, Red 13. If you know, you know. Is it Red 13? Yeah, I think it's 13. Oof. Oof, somebody knows. Somebody's in the right place. This is the weekly CLAR. Looking like a snackus of the Radis. Big, fat, rounding bottom. How fat is this rounding bottom, Producer AB?
It's pretty fat.
That is right. We got the golden cross on the darn thing. It was several weeks ago, but that's okay because double bottoms, or rounding bottom, double bottom, rounding bottom. We'll go with the rounding bottom. They like to blow up when they're as broad as this. This sucker goes all the way back to 2001. Was that before you were born?
2001? Yeah, I was born in 2003.
Holy shit.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I didn't want to do the math.
No, 01, I remember, actually, it's kind of grim, but I think like 9/11 was actually like really one of my first memories.
Yeah, as it was for many people, probably like my younger sister who was born in 95.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, let's break the damn thing down. Let's look at the monthly first and just see what kind of strength we're on. 2 green months in a row, followed by a very neutral red. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Volume high. Let's go down to the weekly. Green, 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 green. We're halfway through this week. We're about 60% through this week. Neutral red, still looking good. Going to the daily, the thing is right where we want it. If you got Andy Cole here, the best trader in Michigan, Mighty Soldier Trades, he'll tell you, I would trade that. Probably. That's probably what he would say. Because it's above the 65-day exponential moving gosh darn average, and it's gorgeous. Thank you for the pick. CLAR. Let's break down the pricing structure now. Damn, it is so wide and vast that I can't fit the time scale in here. Oh my god. Okay, so we're going to use the weekly on this thing. Next, I'm going to pull in some pivots to see if they are going to automatically identify for me some key resistance and support levels. 95 gang. Where are my pivots? There they are. Let's go. Let us go. So we're running right into resistance. Let's go ahead and draw a line across the whole damn thing right there. Let's get one right here. And one at the pivot. Feeling good about that. And then let's see what that looks like on the other side. Okay, so this is going to be a key level 2 right here, right where this little ocean spray just sort of spray farted up in the air. And let's go back and take a look at the previous swing highs on the way down on this bad lad and take a look. Take a look. The high of the week on the week of 23rd October, the year 2000, Y2K, was this key line. I'm going to use this as my breakout because it was also the high here on the week of October 2nd, my birthday, in the year 2000. This was the year that I turned 10 years old. The week that I turned 10 years old, and Aaron was just a twinkle in his father's eye, was when we hit this key neckline here on this double bottom. All right, so we've done that work. We like this one. Let's give this one a new color. Gets a special designation in our hearts. Feeling good about this one. Feeling real good. Guys, this thing is overbought on the weekly. Let's switch down to the daily, see what we're working with here. Super overbought. We're looking for a period of consolidation. I would love to see it hold this resistance line right here, this R3, and give us a little consolidation for that overboughtness to cool down and then bounce for us. Let me see that thing bounce. All right. So we want to get out above that neckline. Let's set our price target for this super broad base, guys. This might be an intermediate term investment. I got to be real with you. With a broad base like this is one of those stocks that might not have like any single 20% day or anything like that, but you can ride it on the way up to its resolution. When I get rid of these automatic pivot points, which are calculated based on previous resistance calculated based on previous opens and closes, to automatically draw my support and resistance line, so I don't have to search for myself. Now I'm going to measure from the absolute low of this darn tootin' thing, which is right about here, all the way up to the neckline with this dotted blue line. Add that to my neckline. Set my price target. Dang, that's quite a bit. That's like more than twice what it's worth right now. My friend, you might have a stock that's about to double in value. How does that make you feel? Aaron's not impressed.
I'm very impressed. I like the big bottoms. Sorry, I was just looking. I was making sure our illustrious special guest was all set to come on in 8 minutes.
All right, good. Gotta appreciate a working man getting the job done right. Just like CLR looks like it. CLAR looks like it's about to do when it breaks out of this broad ass base. Rounding bottom, folks. This is what we do it for. We are all about round bottoms make the world go round, guys. Fat bottom stocks make this rocking world go round. I love to see it. Great pick. CLAR. Let's get it in the watch list for May. Something tells me we'll be watching this one for the next month or a month and a half. CLAR. Get your ass in there. That price target, once again, for you is about, I'm going to say 44 on that. Let's see. That's probably previous resistance, because that's just how these things work out. They tend to have some form of symmetry. What did I say it was? I'm going to extend this line all the way to the right. There we go. So we're looking at the weekly. I might switch to daily here. But yeah, we can see this was resistance during this period of consolidation right around here. And that's just how it works, guys. That's just how it works. We're using mainly price structure because Real Trader can do everything with just price. All of your fancy indicators, your swizzles, your swizzle sticks, your moving Fibonacci, all of that is really just based on what's happening with the price. It's all derived from the price. So we have analyzed the price structure on this big fat make you want to turn to religion, make you believe in the Lord. CLAR rounding bottom. Great pick, man or friend or gal or whatever. Fat bottom stocks, great song. Nailing the spelling, AJ. Loving it.
Foveate.
Technically. AJ, I love it. Keep it up. Mighty, you rule. You're my friend. We got Scarlett Johansson in the house.
Hey, if you're going to come at my boy Neil, you best get his name right. That is N as in Neil.
Aaron,
E. All right. Okay.
It's fine. I'll let this one pass.
Okay.
Some trades where I lost money. It's a lot of trades. Here, I'll show you one really recent one. So this was one that I thought was going to be my cash cow, or I've like on the show, I've openly talked about being a cash cow. I don't like this song. Wait, did my drawings go away on this? I think, oh no, I'm just missing my 65, Andy Cole 65. Colt 65. Whoops, that's the Ripster thing. There, my 65 day. So very, very recently, I piled in just common, like $6,000, like at the top, right here. So how much did I lose? I still haven't sold it, but I've lost money. If you want to know about a bad trade, I don't think I bought it at the absolute top. It was like one of these days. I just piled in. Yeah, down 10%. So if that was, it was at least 6,000. It was 6,000, and then like give or take a couple hundred times. So we'll just say 0.91. Yeah, so I lost about. Well, actually, I should do that the other way around. Times 0.955. Why can I not do math, Aaron? Plus several $100 on it, okay? Math. But I'm still in it because I talked to my man Andy Cole the other day at the Benzinga bootcamp, and he mentioned the 65 EMA, and I'm really liking this thing. So I look at that as really bad timing, straight up. But I'm still in it. I haven't added in just because I still have so much in it overall. But it's in the mean, or the like sort of the middle line of this channel, and bounced off the 65-day exponential moving average, which seems to be really good for momentum and trends. Yeah. So I mean, what do you need to see? Yeah, it's NEAL ScarJo. It's okay. Do you want to see more? Do you want to see me cry? Is that what it's going to take? Steve T. I go too quickly to have a video on my techniques.
No, but we should do that for sure.
Yeah, but I will tell you, all of my techniques, none of this is, I didn't make up any of this. I didn't make this sauce. This is all JC Peretz is where I started learning from JC Peretz, but then a lot of this is just straight up technical analysis of financial markets by John Murphy, the textbook. Super helpful baseline to get started with. And then from other people like Andy Cole, who's here. This is Mighty Soldiers Trades. Just the other day, brought up how much he uses the 65 EMA, and now I use it. Everything I'm going through on my watch list, I'm just going through the watch list with nothing but the 65 EMA on, and just watching for bounces. And I'm constantly trying different stuff. So I don't know. I don't have like a secret sauce, guys. This is we're just exploring different ways to technically analyze stocks and cryptocurrencies. How many different ways can we spell Nihil? I like that spelling. I'm feeling good about that.
Nihil. Yeah, we'll use like a hodgepodge of different strategies that our guests come on and teach us, which is something that I love because it gives us, like we have Brad Weber on, and then we learn his strategy and get to use it. Doesn't mean we use it every single time, but we get to implement that in our trading. And who knows, maybe we'll get to learn some more strategies today.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what this is all about. And we have a guest actually that I've known about for a long time. But we really, at least I personally have just started being able to work with her more closely because she's come on the show. Samantha Leduc, very, very well-known trader in the space. She's put her reps in. Do I trust the 65 day over the 200? They both have different times. Different stocks will bounce or cross over and break out with different moving averages, exponential or simple. It all comes down to comfort level. It's not like really about like a super secret ninja strategy for trading. It's about what you're comfortable with and what you understand, where you can understand the risk and understand the potential rewards. And once you find something that works for you, ride that thing into the ground. Okay. Oh, that's a good spelling, ScarJo. That's nice. Niel. Yeah, trust. Yeah, 13 very solemnly. Yeah, so 13, guys, this guy is such an integral part of this community, also in Benzinga Pro. So if you guys aren't Benzinga Pro users, definitely check it out, because 13 is kind of when you sign up for Benzinga Pro, you not only get the best damn due diligence tool on the planet, but you get access to 13. That's right, Roman numeral XIII, providing his technical and fundamental analysis, which is just unparalleled. Great community, but he is always reminding me to throw up the 200 and the 500 simple moving averages, which are ones that I often don't bring up, and constantly finding like upcoming resistance or upcoming support, or like why something bounced and so forth. Yeah, so there you go. Happy hour in the Discord. NCal, the 65 EMA works on every time frame. It just but that time frame should match how you're trading, right? Like you're not going to use the 5 minute to set up a swing trade if you're that zoomed in, and you want to be looking at every time frame. You don't have to have TradeStation with Benzinga Pro. You can use anything you want. You can use Webull with Benzinga Pro. Okay, and that is all that I have time for, guys. Let's bring on our illustrious guest, Samantha Ledoux.
Hello, Samantha.
Hey, greetings. Thank you so much for the invite.
It's our pleasure to have you. How is everything going in your world today?
Oh, it's hot as Hades. Boston finally got some warm temperatures. So we missed spring. We're right into summer, which is only encouraging me more to get the heck out of my house since restrictions are coming off. So eager to trade from a pub for summer.
Oh, that's really cool. That is exciting. Yeah, guys, reminder, guys, laptops. You can take
That's right. Yeah. And hopefully a little bit lighter pace. I mean, winter was intense just because of the market action for sure, but also just being closed in. And now that we can kind of get out and about, it feels very good. So no, literally, I'm not joking. I'm actually going to be moving my live trading room that I run every morning from 9 to 12 to a pub that basically I hang out at on occasion. And I'm renting the space in the morning and basically letting people come and drop in and trade live with me.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard. That's insane.
I want the hell out of my house.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. So, if that's not your case for some pent up getting out there stocks, Samantha Ledoux is a case study there. So that's so cool. So it's like your trading room is going to be a combination of like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and Kramer.
Oh, no. I think it's just this, again, lots of projects this winter. The live trading room is my time to kind of scan and synthesize market moving news. You guys do a great job of publishing news, market moving news, but putting it in context, tradable context. There's so much going on the past 2 weeks in momentum trades. So I can size those up live. I can do it from my home office here. I can do it from the pub. So they'll only serve coffee, by the way. This is just, to get out. But the winter was also full of projects. I launched some algo-driven trading signals across 3 time frames. I'm opening up a Discord channel, which is very different. I have a fintech product that is brokerage-triggered trade alerts. So that's coming directly from IB, Interactive Brokers. Long story short, lots and lots of projects. And now I just kind of want to be in a still mode like the heat of the summer.
I mean, that's a lot. You were making some mogul moves.
I'm not a girl of inaction. I get bored easily. And that's actually my approach to trading. I'm not very interested in just trading one modality of approach, if you will. I'm a macro to micro trader. So that means that I'm using a backdrop of macroeconomics and, policies can drive the economy. And there's a lot that happens in trend trading that is very much macro driven, dollar and rates, especially rates and volatility. So I use that as a backdrop to then go in and do the technical analysis. I am very big on intermarket analysis. You mentioned JC Parrott's. I have my own particular flavor and style of intermarket analysis, but it's absolutely my secret sauce as well. Sizing up trend reversals and inflection points across any asset or commodity, equity, doesn't matter. But at the core, I'm still an options trader of equities and I trade for a living. I support clients who do the same. So I'm just using that backdrop of macro and, technical and intermarket and sentiment, which right now we're so much sentiment driven market, right? This is fabulous fun for momentum chasers, as well as quant and a little bit of fundamental thrown in there. So I like to do it all because, as you can tell, I'm easily bored.
Yeah, I can tell. So I don't want to bore you. Do you have any stocks that might demonstrate somewhat of your trading
Sure.
approach, your secret sauce, in a way that producer AB can understand?
Okay, so first of all, you can hear me okay. You can see I have to share a screen though, right?
Yeah, it's like Zoom. So go to the bottom middle of your StreamYard window.
Okay, hold on. I did this. I think I did this. Yes, I did this. Hold on. No, I'll get there.
Yeah, you look like you're about to tweet how much you love Get Technical with Neil and producer AB.
I think I already did something like that. Okay, so wait a minute. This is share. I'm get right there. Okay,
Yep.
share screen. I want. Yeah, which one do you want? See, I've not used this particular one.
Yeah, there's so many different platforms out there now.
Okay, there? I'm here. So excited. Tell me if I'm there.
You're there.
All right, so I'm Samantha LeDuc, founder of LeDuc Trading, and I use technicals for all kinds of trading strategies for clients in my live trading room. So you had mentioned meme stocks. There are so many right now, but right now I use a backdrop of chase, swing, and trend time frame. This is an hourly chart. This is a day, and this is a week. You can do this on anything. So basically, we opened up the week very strong in the Qs. That has been obviously following through. It's been a really nice play. In regards to the cash session, I have been bullish as long as we get above this 41.88, and I'm bearish below it on an intraday basis. So as long as we're moving higher through trend lines and moving averages and all that jazz, I can kind of work from the inside out and see that it's turning, we're gapping up, we're moving higher. So the market is bullish. Press the long trade, and in reverse, if we start to pull back and we start to break key moving averages, trend lines, and the rest, then it's bearish. This particular move was like a 40% volatility. VIX exploded 40%. We dropped, supported on the 55-day. I know you guys use a lot of moving averages in your work. Mm-hmm. For me, a swing trade is still in trend as long as we've not broken this line right here, which is a 10-week moving average. Again, I'm on a weekly time frame.
Well, hold on. Let's punctuate that.
Yeah,
because people are going to want to write that down. So Samantha LeDuc on the record is saying that a stock is maintaining trend as long as it is above is it 10-week?
It's the 10-week, and it's very important. It must close above the 10-week. So we narrowly broke down here. And by the way, you can kind of see that this was the chop before the election, and then the Pfizer vaccine. And obviously, many, many stocks have been in hot fire flame mode since the Pfizer vaccine came out on November 9th. We did have, of course, the blue wave and stimulus pass. So this has been a trend trade, which is beautiful. It's come down a few times to scare us out, the bulls that are staying long, but we have not been able to break the market, whether it be the Archegos collapse, 2 billion gone in 2 days, or it's, the Bitcoin 50%, 56% drawdown. We still have tons of liquidity in the market, and we're still marching higher. However, at any moment we can have volatility, and sure enough, we did last week as we tagged this VIX move on a daily of 40%. So it can still come in fast and furiously, but we have not closed below the 10-week. We have not closed below the 10-week. And with the Qs, we opened very strongly on Monday, and you go in the direction of the candle when it opens on Monday. That's kind of a rule of thumb, if you will. So these particular moves in Momo land, not big tech, but the stuff that was really oversold, the Pelotons, the Zooms, the Twilios, even ARK has come up off, the ground. And the day that was really most telling was, if you go back and look at Tuesday, May 11th, you will see these large engulfing candles. That's kind of like absorbing the supply of sellers. Then they base, and then they start to move higher. It's been gorgeous. One of the best examples of that is probably SHOP. So this is where I start to get extremely interested. So I can see that this is getting very, very strong. It hasn't taken out and closed below, and then it starts to move higher level by level. And this, by the way, is 200. And you know the rule, above is bullish, below is bearish. So there are lots of plays that basically delivered off of that Tuesday, May 11th print that kind of just finished taking that supply of sellers and have been moving very beautifully into price target level by level.
You just made me feel so good inside. I'm loving the optimism.
Doesn't mean it's going to last. It means that these are, and I basically have alluded to the NASDAQ and spiders in particular being crazy Ivan type of move. So this is what I mean. When you have a move that does this kind of thing, you're trending, right? And then all of a sudden you have a large bearish engulfing candle. That's kind of an inside, so far we're bullish. We're only Wednesday. But the point is, this type of dramatic move is just really tough to play if you are too tight or too wide, if you will. So to me, we're getting into some distribution and some chop for volatility. But right now, internal indicators that I use for breadth, for cumulative volume, risk parity, which is the bond stock portfolio. Long story short, bonds are going up with stocks.
Thank you.
While yields are fading, okay, so we have this kind of episode where this is a 10-year treasury, and many don't realize that tech is actually a duration trade. It's bonds. So as yields are rising, tech gets heavy and vice versa. So we've been fading a little bit. Again, this is a weekly. I still think we're going to head down to this 1.5 on the 10-year. And that's pretty much where I think the Qs will stop going up.
What was that level again?
That's the intermarket stuff.
Okay. All right, guys, get some likes in here for Samantha LeDuc. She just crammed so much knowledge effortlessly.
I didn't even talk about the meme stocks.
let's get to the meme stocks.
Okay, so the meme stocks, I know you're crazy about this. I'm not going to talk about GameStop and AMC. I played the GameStop from last summer through till January, but one that I actually do like and mentioned 3 this morning for those in my room who do like to chase. There are a bunch of kind of, macro folks that don't care about meme stocks. They're more into that, swing and trend time frame. But these are fun if you get them early. BlackBerry had this squeeze on an hourly. This is a Bollinger Band squeeze. And this is a play that also on a weekly, I don't know if you noticed, but here's that 10 week. If it can close above $9 this week, I can see 10 plus. It's the same kind of thing in these, Hertz was an absolute, left for goner play that when it started to percolate above this 165 area, I said, if it can hold 180, it's moving higher. And this is the explosion that can happen with these types of low priced stocks. BB is one of them. Tilray is another one. This is pot stocks. If we can get and stay above, this 1562, we can start moving up to the 10 week, start moving up to the 21 week. But we need more volume. The other one that I suggested was Beyond. I don't think fundamentally any of those 3 stocks that I've mentioned are worthy of our respect. But I will say that Beyond has and I really, really mean this. It's not worthy of our respect as it relates to fundamentals. It has been in this 140, wide snaking action for a long time. But as a chase, that is a doji with a gap up on a weekly. That's wicked strong. And then you can see it kind of scooping. And again, guess what that candle is? The date of that candle, May 11th. You go through so many momentum plays that are oversold, right? The speculative stuff, whether it be cannabis, EV, whatever, this category is this. Then they are obviously moving higher. This is the speculation that's moved into the market the past 2 weeks. So it's fun chasing.
Wow. That is so everyone's having a lot of fun. All right. So we do not like fake burgers around here.
Well, hey, listen, they have a place, and I'm just saying valuation is is too frothy. But that is a very nice chart from a gap up standpoint. In the same way that gaps down are the kiss of death. So if we look at some of these Bitcoin plays that early on had some massive gaps as well, Mara and Riot and the rest, this on a weekly is a gap down. So that's done. So that means that this is exhausted. Now it did rally into the 10-week, couldn't close above, got a little excited there, but look, that was a quick rejection. This supply of sellers said not today, and this crashed down to the 50-week. It is now just bouncing, but the trend is broken. So whenever the trend is broken, you have a much higher probability swing, whether long or short, but use the 10-week as a close, not on a daily, on a close. You got to be, if you're a swing trader, you got to be a little bit more patient and selective.
Okay, so I just added a 10-week moving average. It's a simple moving average, right?
Mine's EMA.
Okay, got to change that. I'm adding a 10-week exponential moving average to my chart. We will carry on the Samantha LeDuc torch on the show by using it on the stocks that we look at over the next couple of days here. And I am using the pine coating to title it the LeDuc. So we'll make sure that we get that branding on there. What else do you have for us, Samantha?
Oh gosh, there's so many. So I run in my Slack channel, I basically have, Slack is a client workspace that I use. And I have, Fossil was another one that popped up as a meme stock. And it's not really a meme stock. It's a short interest stock that exploded, right?
Yep.
So they're starting to form bases. Normally you wouldn't be very excited, but we had some good retail reports.
Yep.
But that's not it. Tesla, for example.
Wait, hold on. So you don't like Fossil? I was looking at Fossil today. I was trying to.
No, I like it, but it has to prove itself. So right now you can see this 10-week is kind of curving. That is a great candle if we can close above this 1308. On a daily, this is gorgeous, actually. That's a cradle formation. We need to get above 1349. The problem is we've got this Bollinger Band, and you can see where it's spiked below. It's hit it and then rejected. So this is to be determined. This is a little bit more, let's say there's more digestion here. I need it to get and stay above 1349 as a trigger before I will be interested.
I love the way you talk about stocks.
All right, let's talk about Tesla, because I know your folks are like got tickers of that they want to see. But no, let me do Gbtc first. All right, so Gbtc is the Bitcoin proxy, right? And you can see also, because I saw you talking about wedges and the like. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to use this 10-week as my tell. Like I said, now we're getting a lower high. And then we got a gap down. That's a kiss of death when it comes to a trend stopping. Now it's got to prove itself and get back above. This obviously did not, right? So that was my first tell, but this is the candle right here. Do you know what that day was on 4/14?
What was 4/14?
Coin IPO.
Oh.
So yeah. Everything, and you can kind of see it. This was what I said in my trading room as well. We get above, we stay above. Okay, it's bullish. If not, it gets rejected. It's a high probability short. Did I know that it was going to come down here so quickly? No, but it did a perfect H pattern. It did this beautiful. And if you fib this, it becomes 1.6 for those who are into fib.
Yeah, we love Fibonacci here.
Okay, you like fib. Okay, so hold on. Because this I put my glasses on for.
Oh, so here we go. Here we go.
All right, let's see. I think I did a whole bunch of these, so it's in the ballpark anyway. All right, so that's 100% retracement down here for this fib. And what was Mara, Riot? I can't do them all, but they all had the exact same setup where they got rejected on 4/14. They bounced on the 100-day moving average into resistance, which you can see is this trend line, right? That's the wedge. Formed this H pattern, and then this was taken out. Look at this trend line. That's a pink one. It's more powerful. So this is more of a weekly trend line. It took it out, weak bounce into the 3-day, and then collapsed down to the 200. And here it snakes. 200 is basically the easy money is done.
Ooh, I like that.
Easy money short is done. You can have these mini bounces. The first one typically predictable. Where's another one today that actually triggered? QS potential. Yes. So here's QS. auto parts, you know, this SPAC world. This was the IPO high. It pulled back. It went parabolic. What's that?
It's a gap.
On a weekly. Kiss of death. Okay, so then we basically rolled over to this level. If we stay above 25.75, we can have some move, but it has to prove itself. So that's a low risk entry long, meaning if it's below, it's really, that's a logical place to try and place a long. Does that make sense?
It does.
So we did have one day. Let's see if we have any follow through. So these are what I'm talking about. When we come down to some key levels of support, this happened to be a weekly. Then we formed this doji last week. Looked very good for a move at least into 38. We're there today. So this is Peloton as well. All the same look. Zoom, where we just got extended. We did oversold bounce. This happens to be also on a weekly. This is called the Keltner channel. It pierces and it gets right back in. This acts as support. Now, will we break this trend line? Who the heck knows? I think that might be a little bit tough on the first try, but we're going to try. Boeing did. Boeing had this wonderful trend line, and then it got rejected. Bollinger Band, double bottom, and then it gapped above. That's a go signal.
Okay, so hold on really quick. Let me break that down. If it didn't gap but still close a nice green body close above that trend line,
yes, I'm good. I'm good. That's because then that's a low risk entry long. So because you know that if it fails, and by the way, that's a lot of moving averages. This happens to be, I know it's confusing, but I use a 3, which is the yellow. I use an 8, which is magenta. There are too many moving averages together. Then this is the 21. That acts as support as well. So there was enough energy to get above the trend line and stay above these moving averages. That's bullish. For how long? No. I'm not playing that game because it's still really weak sauce. So it's just a bounce. Maybe it gets to 250. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm not interested in putting my money on it for a bigger trend move until it can get and stay above 250.
Gotcha. And then is the upper standard deviation on the Bollinger Band playing into your analysis there?
Yes, it typically tags it and then comes right back in. So it has to get and stay above that Bollinger Band. And Boeing is just not a fun one. I'm not fond of playing that one. This one was more interesting, the Tesla one, because basically it had to get above 594.50, which is also the 200. But you can also see, look at all the support, 3, 8, and 200 are all together. So it got finally, the first time it was rejected, that's typical, by the way, then it gets above. This is a nice play. This is basically saying, okay, you're not coming in with too much risk because if it gets below, wow, it's a really nice short. But if it stays above, it's likely moving up to the 21. And now if it can get above this trend line, which, you know, you can kind of see I've put some trend lines here, but they're really the 21 moving average, then this can move up to 650. But on the intraday, I've got a different little charting system, right? So I've got pivots on my hourly. And the pivots yesterday was just a perfect tag. So we gapped up right here on Thursday of last week. Okay, needs to stay here. Ran up, stays here, moves right up to the next pivot. I mean, next channel, pulls back. These are different moving averages. This is actually 7 and 17. I know that's confusing, but I have my preferences based on experience of seeing patterns over many years. And for me, my hourly charting is based on Bollinger Band, pivot, and the 7 and 17. Then the day is very different. It's 3, 8, 21, 55, 100, and 200. And then on the weekly, I have 10, 21, 30, 50, and 200. So everyone has their own kind of preference. But I also see that stocks have a relationship with their moving average. And it's that not all stocks have a relationship with the same moving average, if that makes any sense. But yes, that's what I've, noticed. So snap is to be determined. Here's a trend line. Now, the last time it got here, it got rejected. Here it is. But at the same time, this caught my attention on Tuesday, the 11th. This is when I knew that the market was trying to stabilize. And sure enough, It did this move, very, very nice move. This was actually the go long trigger. Very nice shallow pullback, breakout, very nice shallow pullback. Looked like it was going to be eventful today. See that squeeze? But it just doesn't have the energy to get above that trend line, and the market started to soften.
Is that it?
I'm here. You tell me what else.
All right. So I think we have time for one more pick. I just had a question about your pivots. Do you have any special settings for those, or is that the standard setting coming from your broker?
No, I just use the standard settings. This happens to be TC2000. It's just a charting software. One of the reasons why I like it is because I can set up, first of all option flow. So right now, single stock option or gamma flow is very, very strong. You can see it in GME. Right? You had a whole bunch of stuff going on. AMC, you had a whole bunch of stuff. Look at the contracts, just hundreds of thousands of contracts coming into AMC. So I like to put for my live trading room, I like to have this option flow right in front of me. So I can see what's coming in very strongly. And every day it's a little bit different. This morning was DIX. You know, you could see that the price action was obviously pretty darn bullish, and the options were picking up pretty strongly. Beyond didn't have as many options as AMC and GameStop, which is why I picked it. This one had a lower IV. I don't know if anyone trades options here, but the lower IV means the bigger the move, the more explosion in price that you're going to have, and hopefully you're directionally in the right way. But Beyond looked like it was under the radar, hadn't been picked up, and BB, before this triggered, looked under the radar, relatively speaking, and then I can start seeing lots and lots of flow come in. Does that make sense?
It absolutely makes sense.
So and then over here, I can put all my watch lists. I also have a lovely list of safety that I've been playing for months, and some of the best ones were actually recommended by clients back here.
Is that BGFV?
Yeah, like this has been in place for months. And then recently, because the momentum was starting to pick up again, I said, you know what, I'm gonna make a list of safety plays with my momentum plays, and I bet they're both gonna do extremely well. And if you look, the value plays, VLUE, which happens to be an ETF, let me just bring this down a little bit, has been this April, despite the pullback that we had, right, in February, March, and then a little bit, look how this has been doing beautifully. Now we're kind of getting into some distribution, and now look at momentum, what I call Crazy Ivan. This is momentum, like boom, boom. So I like to track the sector rotation from safety into momentum and vice versa. But right now, both safety and momentum are just hot fire flames, depending on, of course, you know, what you really, really like. But yeah, Big Five has been doing phenomenally. And this was recommended by a client. But look at the 10-week. Here's the 10-week. It scooted through it, but closed above, closed above, closed above. That's stunning. And then that's earnings. Earnings, I have no edge. I have no idea. You can play it with defined risk with options, but ultimately, no idea.
And that is all we have time for, Samantha. You killed it. Let's get
Gonzalez. Okay.
Let's get some ones in the chat for Samantha LeDuc. Let's get some likes on the video. Samantha, where can folks find some more of that magic?
Oh, okay. Well, I would say come on over to LeDuc Trading. Where the heck am I? Yeah, that.
So many places.
I know it. LeDucTrading.com is my website. I also have LeDuc Trading YouTube channel. And I have, oh, you're going to love this. On Thursday, for your traders, I am very excited to announce, and those who are knowing about it, Diane Scholl. Does anyone recognize her? She is a psychologist for traders. She is also the character Wendy Rhodes was based upon. Anyway, she's hot ticket, and she really helps traders kind of remove those obstacles, if you will, to successful trading. So I welcome you to tune in tomorrow at the close.
Very, very cool. If you guys have caught Billions, that is the I believe, supporting or female protagonists of the show. So thank you so much, Samantha, for being with us. That was a great session, and we do hope to have you again for more of that.
Hopefully from the pub this summer.
Yeah, looking forward to it. That should be fun. All right, Samantha, thanks so much for being with us, and have a great one.
Thank you so much. Have a great afternoon and a great long weekend. Bye.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's all we have time for. Guys, I did create, I wasn't kidding, I created an exponential moving average. It's a nice fuchsia, I think is the color, and it's called the Leduc. She uses the 10-week, so I got this thing set to 10-week. For some reason, my code didn't have it actually retitled, but I'm going to fix that so that will persist in the show. So we like stocks that are closing above the 10-week according to her trading methods. So many nuggets to take away from that, guys. So make sure you guys help us out so we keep these great guests coming by hitting that like button, subscribing, and clicking that little bell icon so you get notified whenever we are live. At any rate, I'm Neil Hamilton. Follow me at Neil's Tweets on Twitter. This has been Get Technical with producer Aaron Bree, as always. Give us a send off, man. What's up next?
We've got Moon or Bust, your best YouTube show for altcoins. Whether we are going to talk about all the different altcoins, whether
all
that's Dogecoin, I don't know. Okay.
Producer AB is going to work on the pitch for Moon or Bust, but stay tuned. Watch it. I'm trading crypto right now. I'm talking like I put like 2% risk for my stop loss, and sometimes like 25% gains. It's guys, watch Moon or Bust. It's good for you.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Wait, I just got to note that they need a second before we start, so we do have time to do one more.
Oh, we're gonna stall.
Yeah. Well,
we're gonna stall. All right, here's how we're gonna stall, guys. I would do a pick, but you know what? We had Chris Capri, friend of the show, Chris Capri on, and he was talking about how he likes to play a little chess before he trades to see if his mind's right. So I'm gonna go after him because I like to play some chess too, and I'm gonna challenge him to a live Benzinga sponsored chess match, chess tournament. And
I like how we're not like DMing him, none of that wussy stuff. We're gonna do it out in public, right?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say, hey. Second Sky Forex. What's your ELO, bro? I'm trying to. I want to trigger him a little bit and let him know how tough I am. You know? Is this good?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. All right. So what's her ELO? That's her chess rating. Chess match.
Or you say got game? What's it going to be on? Are we talking
BZ.
Game Pigeon?
What's
chess.com?
Oh, yeah, chess.com. Chess.com, of course. That's where my account is. I would assume that any man of culture or woman of culture uses a chess.com account. I don't know what else you're using. That weird one that Magnus Carlsen uses. Please. Chess Match live on Benzinga YouTube. You got what it takes, bro.
So smash the like if you want to see Neil and Chris Capri go pawn for pawn, bishop for bishop, knight for knight.
Those are chess pieces, guys. Thank you so much for joining us today. How much longer are we stalling for?
We're not using that term. We're just going a little long.
No, I mean, let's call it what it is. We're stalling here. All right, so let's take a look. What do you want, NVIDIA?
Yeah, I've been seeing NVIDIA a lot in the chat. NVIDIA's been ripping the past few days.
Has been. The options are really expensive. All right, the hype music is ending.
That's the first. Forget technical. We play the outro music in it.
We've never done it. So we'll do NVIDIA, then we'll do DOV.
I'm still getting the hand signals from Spencer that I think means.
I think that Spencer does that when he wants a hug. Spencer Israel, he goes.
No, I think he's saying wrap it up.
When he wants to get. No. Well, make sure you give him a hug. He reaches up to you with those Spencer Israel eyes, his little beard. Says Dada.
Yeah, he's asking for a hug right now, but I think he wants one from you.
We're all coming to the office so we can go to Hot Sam's to get the bow tie.
Sam's Club, yep.
It is like a club, so I mean, you need me to get in.
True.
Yeah. Benzinga sponsored chess tournament with all of your favorite trading people. All right, we're gonna get smash that like if you want. Mighty Soldier Strays, Andy Cole, and I'm assuming his wife and daughter as well because they move as a unit. Chris Capri, your man Neil Hamilton, and Baby Spencer also plays. He's rated like 1,200.
Neil, this is all for a reason. Look, we just got a super chat.
Okay, we got a super chat. Damn it! All right, we got to do it. Thanks for the $4.99, Danny man. Keep it
That'll
up there.
pay for like 1/6 of my bow tie this afternoon.
I mean, I might be able to get you a hot deal, hot hands, baby. So we're looking at Hex. Is it Hex Crypto?
It's a great question.
I'm assuming crypto. It's got to be Hex Crypto.
Yeah, because the Hex stock it's not even like non-existent.
All right, Hex US dollar. Let's go. So number one, we're looking at the daily. It is above the Leduc line and above the Andy Cole 65 EMA. We're in good shape. I
did get the signal that we are free to end the stall-in whenever. So
well, I got the man gave us a super chat. We got to see it through.
After
That's
this,
what we do. All right, here's what I got to say about Hex and all other cryptocurrencies. Number one is the bounce happened, baby. The bounce happened. So you pull out your pivots. The bounce happened, baby. You can probably use another moving average to see that. But for now, I'm going to draw in the Fibonacci, anchoring it at the highest that this crypto has ever gotten to, and then the lowest that it has got to after that, to show us some support and resistance lines. And you can see this 0.38 is such an important line going through here, cutting right through it. But something cool that I just started doing with my cryptos, use the 6-hour chart. Aaron, did you know about that? Use the 6-hour chart on your cryptocurrencies, all right?
I did not know about that.
Let's wrap it up, Neil. Come on.
We got a super chat, Spencer. We had to do our due diligence.
Hey, Spencer, do you want a hug from Dada? Does Dada need to come there and give you a hug?
I'll ask him.
Yeah, make sure you find out. Let me know. It's on super low volume right now. My take on Hex is there are other I got all these cryptos right here. Other cryptocurrencies that you can get into for a nice swing trade. Now, if you're looking at holding and as an investment, I would hope that you know more about the fundamentals. But something that I do for looking for potential entries for newer currencies is I'm always looking for that golden cross, baby. Has the 50-day cross the 200-day, which I have right here. There's no green line yet. It has not happened yet. It very well may happen soon. Watch for the golden cross, the 50-day or the 200-day getting crossed up by the 50 is like, you can look at it on so many of these previous stocks that have that, like here, for example, right before a big explosive move on ZRX. That's our show. This has been Good Technical. Thank you so much for tuning in. Next up is Moon or Bust, and Baby Spencer is gonna
all the hottest altcoins coming up right now. So stick around. Yeah,
you'll definitely get your question answered there. It's a 6 hour for crypto, guys. Thanks so much, Neil Hamilton, producer AB. Get Technical. Happy trading.